Oh, this time, can I stand and watch? Because I remember the lie that was told that I was standing there watching it.
You can actually go with Mr. Fran.
Okay.
You can go with it.
Okay. So that's
Fran.
Thank you very much, and the director will give us a report as to what action has been taken on each of those.
Mr. Director, I have very brief questions, no statements. Very brief questions, and since I didn't take my time, it's post Dr. Robbins' statement. May I approach?
No, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm going to move on.
Mr. Thompson, do you have a...
Levette? Pardon?
Well, I'd like to ask two questions regarding provisional ballot. I'd like to know...
You're out of order.
I'd like to know if the confidentiality agreement that people signed for scanning the absentee ballots, if that was just concerning the confidentiality of the content, not that I agree that that really keeps things secret, but is that just the confidentiality of the content, or were they instructed to keep what they were doing, in other words, scanning or practicing scanning? Were they instructed to keep what they were doing secret as well? That's question one. And question two, regarding observing the handling of the absentee ballots, I asked Director Vu at the Greater Cleveland Voter Coalition meeting about the secrecy of handling the absentee ballots, opening the ballot and having the ID and seeing that. I don't think that confidentiality agreements are sufficient secrecy of ballots, because it cannot be assured with many temporary workers handling those absentee ballots. However, regarding the provisionals, Dr. Robbins, I'm wondering, Mr. Vu answered me at Greater Cleveland Voter Coalition that it would be like being an observer, and so I'm wondering, may observers, since the statute does show that observers can watch until all the counting is completed, may observers observe the process of validation? Those are my two questions. May observers observe?
We're going to refer both those questions to the prosecutor to give you an answer.
So is Mr. Lambert here, or is Reno?
Mr. Reno or Dini.
Okay.
I think
and when can I expect an answer? Mr. Rodini?
A couple days.
I'm sorry?
Why does the board want prosecutors office to be a citizen's legal opinion? That's my first question.
Has to go with the interpretation of the instructions and the agreement that was signed by the scanners.
First, I would need to see the scanning agreement. I haven't seen it.
I got a copy yesterday that I asked for at the meeting before I left, and it says that you're not supposed to disclose. But I would invite you to get the non-disclosure agreement, and I have evidence that people were told that they were not allowed to tell anybody what they were doing. And I think that that level of secrecy certainly is the opposite of election transparency. I mean, what they're doing. I asked, what are you doing? And they said, oh, we're scanning. Shh. Do you remember what they told us?
Thank you, Del.
Something's wrong.
Next question.
When can I expect the answers, please? Because the provisional...
As soon as possible, Del. Please remove yourself from the podium, or I will ask Protective Services to do it.
I shall. I just want to know, will it be in time to observe if your opinion is
I do
such?
Not know the answer to that question.
The form, so I'll have to look at the form.
No, not that. The provisional observation. Would you look over the statute regarding observers, please? And,
if a person is properly appointed, they're allowed
to watch the provisional validation.
Right.
Thank you very much.
We have Sheila Levette video.